welcome back to Song Reaction Analysis with your girl JVB. How are you guys doing today? First and foremost, thank you so much for checking out my channel, my reaction videos, as well as my own music. I'm a singer, songwriter, music producer, and composer. I'm an artist, and I also love doing reaction videos for you guys, and sometimes I'm a vocal performance coach. Yes, I am. So with no further ado, I just wanted to say thank you for subscribing, for liking, for commenting, and suggesting, recommending so many amazing artists. I love you guys so much. And I really appreciate you liking. So don't forget to like the video when you're watching it, and also subscribing to the channel. It really helps the algorithm. And you know, I'm running into some issues with YouTube where I can't even monetize my channel right now. So at least I would appreciate it if I can get you guys to subscribe and we can build a nice community. Also check out my Patreon. I'm building that up as well again, and all the links are in the description below, so just feel free to check them out. But with no further ado, we have another Wintersun song for you guys. It's Time. It's also from the live rehearsal at Sonic Pump Studios, the remastered version, and the first one I checked out was really impressive. So you guys said Time should be next, and there's like 3 or 4 more that you recommended, so I'm definitely gonna get to those as well. But let's just check out Time. Wintersun, I was really impressed by them, and I know you guys love them too, and I agree. Some of you had said that they're definitely like underrated and should be, you know, way bigger than they are. But I always want to say that even those bands, I'm pretty sure they're doing well and they're being appreciated. So even if it seems like they're not necessarily like, you know, Metallica or whatever, I wish them the best, and I hope that by us spreading the word, that's going to help a lot. But yeah, I just think they're like amazing, and I love that they just keep going and keep doing their thing, because that's all we can do as musicians, you know? So just wanted to throw that out there before I start this, because I know that they're amazing, and I know that you guys love them and support them. And that's really what it comes all down to. We just have to support those bands, you know? And that helps a lot to get them visibility and the recognition. So, Time. I made sure I don't wear a lot of clothes so I can like rock out. Darkness and fresh time. First time? So I'm hearing some reverse guitar. It's really interesting how it starts out. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? Something sounds very not what I expected. And I think that's what I love the most about those guys. I never know what to expect, and it's only the second song I'm hearing. But that reverse guitar effect is really interesting, because the other guy is playing like electric guitar, but it sounds like really clean electric guitar, right? And I know it's gonna come, but I'm assuming it is. But it's a really interesting guitar riff too. It sounds like a little folkish almost like bagpipe-ish, you know? That effect. There's some flanger on there, a little distortion. keeps building. Oh, I love this. I love the way it's building, and it's so slow building, but it's so, there's like these little nuances that are coming in that just like make me keep engaged, where I'm not getting bored, right? Where it's just like, there's just a little other thing, element that's being added to it that is so subtle, but it really, with the drums, it's just really, I love the slow build of this. Go back to here. But it's, yeah, it gives me that like little folklore, if you want to call it that, bagpipey, like, yeah, like something. And they're probably like, yeah, it's gonna happen any minute now. Maybe not. Gets more epic here with the hats. Now they're not doing it. Okay, before he starts, I'm sorry. Before he starts, I just wanted to say, that was just so freaking beautiful. I really, it's funny, I can so appreciate this so much more now. The way they're playing, when they're harmonizing their guitars, how tight they are, and how they're so technical, but it doesn't sound technical. It just still sounds so musical and beautiful and intentional. And that really makes me keep engaged, because there's a difference between someone just going, just like to show off, and then really telling a story with your instrument. And I feel like that's what they're doing. It's so freaking beautiful. And I loved how it got a bit more intense, and then they kind of like calmed it down again before they coming into this part. That was just beautifully like composed and arranged. I really love that, you know, and it's like only 4 minutes in, and now, yeah, these guys, Jesus, they have stamina, I'm gonna tell you. But I love how it like kind of the transition to the next part, really beautiful. It's like genius. Okay, he blows me away. I have to admit, the first beginning of when he starts screaming, I'm not a big fan of that. I mean, it's cool that he does it, but when he really starts singing, da, 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 that melody, oh my God, I got goosebumps everywhere. That melody is so powerful, and the way he uses his voice, he is so versatile, and he really knows his voice well. Like, you know, somebody said that he lost elan. Like he has so much control over his voice, but he can also use so many different registers and really go from raspy to like really beautifully, like it reminds me of just like 80s metal, like really, you know, hitting those high freaking notes, those like belting it out, but then going into the rasp, like kind of Sebastian Bach used to do, you know, when he's just like, that rasp sounded horrible when I do it. I'm not a raspy person, like a singer, but I so appreciate it. I so love it. And when he transitions, that to me is like the sauce. That is like the meat. That chorus is so beautiful and so soulful, like the choices of melody is just absolutely the creme de la creme. And then on top of his voice just being so powerful and like switching from rasp to clean and hitting those high notes, and beautiful. Like, let's go a little bit back to here. It's just so beautiful. And the guitars, like the way everything just like plays together, just so freaking amazing. I love that they switch the timing up a little bit. Like, I'm a 4 on the floor person, so I appreciate that shit because I could never do that. But I appreciate it because I think it's so freaking brilliant and still musical. I love when it's still musical. If it becomes too technical, you lose me. But like, they still are so musical. It's oh. That was just so crazy. And then I was a little commercial. Don't hate me. So let's go back to here one more time. That was just amazing. I love that little break there. Ah, epic! Wow, I really love that little instrumental part. First of all, like, that was freaking awesome because the chords they were choosing, they were like just so epic. And then when they went into this last part, it was just absolutely insanity. Like it was, I loved how it was almost like a little jam. I loved the bass line. The bass line was, I mean, the bass player doesn't really always get a chance to really play a lot of notes. So he really got a chance to, in this part, to really go a little bit like crazy and like go all the way up to the fretboard, which is awesome. So everybody kind of got their own little part and they were still all playing together. That was really cool. It was like a cool little jam happening right in that spot. Awesome. I mean, this is just brilliant songwriting. This is not easy shit to write, you know? This is not like a tiny little pop song. This is like a lot of thought went into that, a lot of effort and a lot of just like knowledge. Like you have to know your craft to like really write like that. That's just like insane. And obviously you have to be like into that kind of style because that is not easy to do. But I just love how that just went totally in a different direction than I thought it would be. I thought it was going to go straight back into the chorus. So I really liked that it's like it takes you on a journey, like to different spots. Love that. So brilliant. Right there. The bass. Not yet. So cool. Oh my god, I so love it. All right. That was pretty freaking epic. Oh my god. It just like at the end, just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. I know you guys always tell me like, watch till the end because there's something happening. And then I'm like, okay. And there's nothing happening. But I watched till the end anyway. So, holy shit. Okay? Yeah. It just kept on building and building and building. And then it got faster and more insane and chaotic. And at the same time, such an organized chaos. It was crazy. I really love when he really starts singing and he's leaning into it. I love that he was only doing the chorus twice in the song. And it was like around like close to the beginning, before the middle, and then at the very end. And I loved how it built at the end where they were chanting like, time. It was like so intense. It really started building and building. And then I love when he just kind of drops out. And it becomes like all this soft, kind of just like, again, very anthemic, very epic. I keep thinking like soundtrack, like for like a trailer or something. It's like so intense. And also the way it builds and it's written. I mean, it's just freaking brilliant. It's written like a freaking musical or like a theater, it's a story. It's not just like, and every song is a story, but this is like a real, like this is not just like a little story. This is like a freaking journey that you're on and that you could write a whole movie about. Like, it's just crazy. And I love the intensity in his vocal. I love the whole musicianship. They're all so talented. Obviously there's like members from Nightwish in there. So and I can see the influences a little bit. Like there's definitely like different. They have like that little symphonic metal definitely is in there. But I love that they're just so unique and very theatrical and so intricate. And at the same time, I keep saying this, but I need to say this because it's just still so musical. There's a huge difference between just technical and still musical, because I've met people that are amazing players, right? They can just like, you give them a sheet of music and they can play it. but if you would say just improvise something, they can't. They don't have it. Like some people just don't have that. They're good players. Don't get me wrong. They can play. When you tell them this is what you want, what I want you to play, and they'll play it. But then there's players like them that they feel it. They don't need sheet music. They can probably read it, but they don't need it. They will still be able to make something, write something from the heart, from the soul, and that's what I'm feeling when I hear them. And I love whenever you see musicians sweat at the end of a session or during the session, you know that, okay, it's working. Like I love when I get a nice sweat and I'm in the studio and I'm sweating. I'm like, yeah, now this is real now. It just, the intensity it's insane. And I mean, the drumming, there's so many different rhythms going on and intensity of playing, and he just doesn't miss a beat. It's crazy, like how tight they are, how amazing they are. So yeah, another amazing Wintersun studio session that is like, oh my God, I love these guys. And it's funny because I'm not usually into like these long songs, but I love that what they're doing is just so unique and brings a different value to today's music, where we don't hear a lot of that. We are so trained to become so like short-term memory, short-term attention span, and to really indulge in something. Once you really get into this, I can really appreciate the musicianship, the writing, the structure of the song, the whole, everything about it, every aspect of that song, I can really appreciate it. And his voice and his vocals and his different, like the different registers he's using. There's just so much freaking talent in this band. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. There's so many talented, amazing artists out there. Whenever somebody says, oh, there's no good music out there, I just say you haven't been looking and digging deep enough, because there's so much amazing talent out there, and they're definitely one of them. And I love that they keep doing what they're doing. And what I also love is I'm into cryptocurrency, and it says down here, tip Jari crypto for his work. I love that. So maybe give him some crypto, some Bitcoin and Ethereum. And if you want to tip me, I should bring my wallet down there too. Share the wealth. No, I love that. I love that he's into that space as well, because it's definitely our future that we cannot escape. We can't ignore it at some point. It will always be the real world. I don't want that to go away, but there's the digital aspects are coming, and they're coming quickly. So with no further whatever blah blah blah, I know it's been a long video already. I just want to say I love Wintersun. I appreciate them so much. Go subscribe to that channel, like them, and support them, buying their merch. If you I'll drop him some crypto if you like them, because every artist needs the support. And in this day and age, we really live off our fans. Like, our fans are our label, and that is a beautiful, kind of liberating thing. And it's also great for the fans, because you get a chance to really support the artists you love, and it goes into their pockets versus like to a big label, because, and I can talk about that some other time, but like bands that are signed to labels, a lot of times, you get a big advance and it sounds all amazing, but you don't, that's money that you have to pay back. It's like you got a big loan and you have to pay that back. So it's nice to see artists that are just independent. I think they're independent, where they actually get the money themselves and can spend it on the things that's important to them, like studio time, touring, all that kind of stuff. So with no further ado, I keep saying that. I don't know why I'm saying that. I am a trained monkey. No, I'm kidding. I'm just like so excited because they really got me thinking. I'm like, oh my God, that was like so intricate. I have to listen to that again. So I just wanted to say, I always want to leave you with something positive. Make every day a great day. I always say that because sometimes we forget to breathe, to appreciate the great things, the beautiful things around us. Today I'm in upstate New York, and today it was snowing. It's March and it's snowing, and I was in heaven. I was like, oh my God. So yeah, I'm the kind of person who rolls in the snow, throws snowballs, and might even build a snowman tomorrow. So never lose that inner child, appreciating the little things that are just like wondrous and magical, and they are free They're free to us. They're just like God-given gifts. So appreciate that. Like, take a look around you today and see all the things you're grateful for. That might be like a butterfly if you're not in upstate New York and you didn't get snowed in. Find something to be grateful for and appreciate that, because that will bring you more appreciation. It will bring you more joy to your heart and your soul, and that will gonna put a smile on your face. And whenever you put a smile on your face, in case you didn't know that, just putting a smile on your face is going to make you feel better. So sometimes when you don't feel good or when you're really depressed, whatever, just smiling, fake smiling, it's going to make you feel better. And then you're going to smile anyway, because you're like, oh, that actually feels kind of good. So smile more, worry less. Love you guys so much. Thank you for watching this. If you're still here with me, it was a long video. If you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel, definitely like, and leave me a comment below. Let me know what you thought of this song and the video, and mainly the song and this songmanship and the craftsmanship of this whole amazingly, I don't even know like how he came up with that song, but it's just brilliant. So let me know in the comments what you thought and what should be next. I have a list, but I will add yours to the list if it's not on there. I will see you in the next one. Take care.